Shalom. Koholot Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rahakwadash. Yahweh being the true name of the Heavenly Father. Bahashem means in the name. Yahweh Shai will be the true name of the Son of the Heavenly Father, who the world knows is Jesus Christ, but his true ancient Hebrew name is Yahweh Shai. The Bonnerside teachers, the apostles, and the bishops of Great Millstone. Peace, love, and salutations of the Lord's elect, teaching in truth and sincerity for the sake of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Lord willing, this lesson is edifying and straight to the point. Yes, the Lord hates adultery. And if you was one who dwelt with understanding, well, you would hate it too, seeing how much confusion comes just from one act of committing adultery. Whether it's a baby being born, homes being broken up, diseases being spread, or somebody losing their life. All from you not being able to control your lust. You being a married woman, but yet you got this lust to go deal with other men. Or you being a man, knowing this woman is married or what the world would call in a relationship, but yet you still pursuing her because you got this burn, this desire to want to sleep with her. That's a sick ass spirit, man. You see? And in the act of that spirit, this is why the Lord has it written for you to be put to death, man. You know, because here it is, even with being a man. And really, it takes wisdom to be a man. You see? And you see the results from not applying wisdom. It costs you your life. Whether you get put in the grave or you get put in prison or just in a bad situation. You see? But even from the act of adultery concerning men, nigga, the Lord gave us, numerous accounts of women out there to deal with. You even got harlots to deal with. So it really ain't no reason for you to have a desire or to even be looking at another man, woman. That shit shouldn't even spark or burn in you. You see, because really you can get your own, man. And the Lord always got better. You know, and not to quote this nigga Future, but he said in the song, they did not start making bad when they made you. And that's a fact, man. The Lord didn't stop making pretty women after that nigga married her. So it ain't no reason for us to even be in the spirit and want to deal with another man, woman, man. That shit's sick. You see? And the Lord hate that spirit. That's why there's a law written about it. You know, real quick. This is Leviticus chapter 20 and verse 10. It says, and the man that committed adultery with another man's wife, even he that committed adultery with his neighbor's wife, the adulterer and the adulteress, should surely be put to death. You see? This is how the Lord deal with an act of you being married, but yet you want to go deal with another man. Or if you a nigga or a man and you looking at another man, woman, pursuing her, you know, hey, you should surely be put to death. But here it is, you're in America. And this is why I say often, you know, when you cleave to the lifestyle of America, it makes you adverse towards the Lord. So by default, you on the Lord's scope, man, to be destroyed. You see, because here in America, adultery is green lighted. And even in certain cases, you're celebrated for it, man. A nigga gets celebrated for popping one of his ops' girlfriend, or a woman that gets celebrated for getting get back on her man by giving her temple up to another dude. You had that, you seen that with Jada Pinkett and Will Smith. You know, this nigga, he's sitting on the other side of her crying, but yet the world was laughing and signed with Jada Pinkett, man. But it just shows you how this place is confusion, is darkness, man. It's the valley of the shadows of death without any order. The light here is as darkness, man. What you people call wisdom or what you esteem to be reverence, that shit darkness. You peel the veil back, it's going to lead you to death. You see? Because that spirit of adultery is hated by the Lord, man. You know, real quick. This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 25 and verse 2. It says, 3 sorts of men my soul hated, and I am greatly offended at their lives. So like at their life. A poor man that is proud, a rich man that is a liar, and an old adulterer that dotheth. You see? Yeah, that old adulterer. Nigga looking for an ATM. You know, he got a pocket full of money and he just looking for something to trick on. Yeah, the Lord hate that spirit, man. Nigga sending y'all later $20 for lunch. You know, telling you gonna pay a bill The nigga that's telling your old lady she in the fence, but he telling her she deserve better. She don't deserve that. Yeah, the Lord hates you niggas like that, man. And he offended in your life. You see, and in a moment in time, you niggas gonna get caught up, man. You see, the Lord gonna destroy you by way of the plagues that's gonna come into the earth. But you even have certain cases where you got certain Jakes and even Eve, you know, you so-called black women, Hispanic and Native American women. You know, they get caught in the act of adultery and get put to death, man. You know, I remember a story. It was an Israelite. The nigga stabbed this woman to death. You know, it's a story in Birmingham, man. You know, you had this fucking coach, this nigga climbing up a patio. It ain't that deep. You know, you climbing up a patio to commit adultery and got caught in the act and got flushed. You see? It's because the Lord hate that spirit, man. You know? But yeah, going here, man. This is First Corinthians, like First Ezra chapter 4 and verse 26. Matter of fact, see. Let's read verse 25. This is First Ezra 4 and verse 25. It says, "Wherefore a man loveth his wife better than father or mother." This is why you would get put to death behind touching another man, woman. Real quick. This is Proverbs chapter 6 and verse 32. It says, But whoso committed adultery with a woman lacketh understanding. He that doeth it destroyeth his own soul. You see, you have no understanding if you out here trying to deal with another man, woman. The Lord put too many women out here, man. It's more leaves on trees, man. You see, then you see trees. Meaning, nigga, it is more women in the earth than it is men. It ain't no reason for you to want to try to deal with another man, woman. You see, nigga who doing that ain't got no understanding, man. You know, and you hate yourself. But as it continue on to say, a womb and dishonor shall he get, and his reproach shall not be wiped away. Yeah, that's a dishonor to yourself, man. You know? But continuing on, it says, for jealousy is the rage of a man. Therefore, he would not spare in the day of vengeance. Why? Because that man loved that woman more than his father and his mother. So you touch that woman and you spark that jealousy, where it's going to spark a rage that's going to cause you and that woman life, man. Depending on what kind of man you dealing with. You see? But even just going back, you know, because you got men that love harder than others. You got certain men that can take that shit better than other men can. No, all depend on what kind of man you dealing with, but still, there ain't no green light. You touch that man, woman, you know, you can spark a rage that'll cause you your life. And even just going back, First Ezra 4 and 25. Wherefore a man loveth his wife better than father or mother. And that's the reason why. But continuing on, yeah, many there be that have ran out of their wits for women because and became servants for their sakes. Many also have perished, have erred and sinned for women, you see? So yeah, bro, you shouldn't even allow this broad to entice. It really should piss you off, the fact that she got a man and she trying to get at you. You know, it shouldn't be nothing about a woman that arouses you if she got a man. Not saying that, you know, because you in America and this place is very sick. Niggas parade they women around. You see? So yeah, you in a society, you gotta rebuke demons, man. You gotta rebuke thoughts. You know, but for the most part, you learn to just turn your eyes away from them. You feel me? That's a filthy bride, man. And that's a bride that you really wouldn't want to invest your time with. That's one of them wicked women the Lord was speaking of real quick. Ecclesiastes 25 and verse 19. Matter of fact. Yeah, man, verse 19 get to the point. It says, all wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. Let the portions of a sinner fall upon her. You don't want that woman, man. You let that wicked woman fall into the portions of these real niggas out here. You see, we ain't moving like them, man. A real nigga is a portion of America. And that wicked bitch, that black filthy nigga woman, let the portion of her fall upon them niggas, man. See? You know that Proverbs 7 tell you how she entice you with her lips, roughly paraphrasing. Matter of fact, yeah, because the wickedness of a little is woman. You think she fine, she an angel. Whole time she a demon, man. You know, and she'll lure you in to commit an adulterous act that'll cause you to get put to death. You know, but you got to be, the Lord put us on game. Hey, this is Yahweh Shai speaking concerning these women. You know, let's see real quick. Just get to the point. Yeah, man, this Proverbs 7. Well, I don't want to read it. Proverbs 7 verse 10, it says, and behold, there met him a woman with the entire of an harlot and subtle of heart, you see? And that's pretty much your average bitch in America, man. You know, she looked like a slut. You see, she got that subtle heart, you know, deceitful. Says she is loud and stubborn. Her feet are batting out in the house. That's the black woman right there, man. You hear this bitch everywhere. She loud, stubborn, hard-headed, lack of shame. All over the place. Bitch ain't never at home, man. She always trying to travel. You know, it says, now is she without, now in the streets, and lied away at every corner. So she caught him and kissed him, and with an imputed face said unto him, I have peace offering with thee. This day have I paid my vows. Therefore came I forth to meet thee. Diligently to seek thy face, and I have found thee. Spin game, pretty much, you know. Let's see, just skipping down. Yeah, verse 21. It says, with her much fair speech, she caused him to yield. With the flattering of her lips, she forced him. You see, you got to be aware of these deceitful women, man. You know, that's why the Lord even tell you, sitting out at the table with another man's woman. You see, you even get the flirt, you know, bend her eyes at you. You see, you get to thinking the shorty, she feeling you, you know, then you get to feeling yourself. You know, it says, he goes after her straight way. That's what it'll lead to, man. You know, you see the ring. You know, she done touched the leg. She done got your nature to rise up. So now he goeth after her straight way, as an ox goeth to the slaughter, or as a fool to the correction of the stock. To a dart straight through his liver, as a bird hasteth to the snare, and know it not that it is for his life, you see? Until you up out of here, man. You know, it says here, hearken unto me now, therefore, O ye children, and attend to the words of my mouth. Let not thy heart decline to her ways. Yeah, keep control of your nature, man. Keep your mind under control. You see, you can't fall into the because you at the height of these bitches playing games, man. You know, but yet these women are adults. These women deal with all kind of men, and you don't want to get caught right in the midst. You got to know the right questions to ask. You see, you can't be scared to vet these women, man. You see, the Lord got plenty out there for us, so we ain't losing nothing. But as it continue on to say, for she hath cast down many wounded, yeah, many strong men have been slain by her. Her house is the way to hell, going down to the chambers of death, man, dealing with these wicked women. You see? And the wickedness of a woman is far greater than these men, man, because many men have been put to death or even incarcerated, wrongfully accused. You see? Been a punching bag, financially abused, emotionally abused, all through the hands of a woman. And she got off on it. It ain't like the bitch felt bad about it. No, the Lord tell you how she wiped her mouth and said, I've done no wickedness or no wrong. Roughly paraphrasing. She got off on it, bro. You know, so it's definitely a judgment coming for these women too. You know, these adulterous women, as well as you adulterous niggas, man. You know, and just to show a quick article, because it's just another case of an adulterous act that took place here in Birmingham, in which word around town is that this 19-year-old man put to death his 24-year-old woman after the child was born. He turned the gun on himself because he found out the baby wasn't his. Roughly, you know, that's what the word is. Who knows really? Because nobody was really in the room with them. Nobody really know. But that's just the story. But that's not a far-fetched story, because that's just what goes on in nigga culture amongst you confused niggas out there, man. Y'all do stuff. Y'all have a destructive way of living. You see? And the women in nigga culture, they take granted the nigga, the black man in that world of the niggas, man. You see? They take them for granted. So it's not a far-fetched thing that the black woman would do that to Jake. You see? Because that's just what's going on here in Babylon, the great America. And this is why the Lord going to destroy this place. Because this place pretty much green lights this behavior. You know? So yeah, I pray that you was edified. I'd like to give all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rahakadash. Lord, what's in this video? Shalom.